all you Ford truck fans, or maybe Ford van fans. Back on April 17th, 2021, I did a video on this little Hot Wheels, and it's a great model. It's actually 1/64 scale, at least overall length. I don't know about the wheelbase, if that's accurate or not. It's too difficult to measure online while trying to do these videos and measure a wheelbase. So anyways, I haven't modified it. I did try to strip the flames off, but they're under the clear coat, so it's not going to happen. If you want to get rid of these flames, you're going to have to repaint the whole thing, so I'm going to live with the flames. Okay, well anyways, I picked up this M2 machines, and we have the van variation. And apparently this is the Ford Falcon Club Wagon, so maybe it's meant for the Australian market. Naturally, this is not brand new. I don't know if it was ever opened before. I'm kind of curious, when this might have been made. I think it says 2017 here. Yeah, 2017. So not too old, but someone didn't treat this box very nice. So I don't care either. This box is a disaster, so let's get rid of it. So that's all scratched up. I don't really like these cases that M2 does for some reason. I don't know, there's something about them. They seem too bulky. Like, I don't know why the base has to be this tall. When you start stacking these up, it actually starts to matter. People should try to make as small of a case as possible, I think. This thing is all dusty as well, so I'm sure this must be from someone's personal collection, and they just put it back in the box. Okay, let me get this off the stand here. We got 2 screws. Alright. I think, like a lot of people, when I was younger, I really like sports cars. I always wanted to have a sports car, but now that I'm old, it just doesn't matter to me. I don't really have a desire to have a sports car anymore. But I do appreciate things that I can jam a lot of stuff in, like if you go to Home Depot or something and you buy something large, or Costco or some sort of price club place. I like vans and like things that hold a lot of stuff, like large interiors. And I guess that's just part of becoming an old man. So anyway, so I think this is pretty cool looking. Let's take a look here. These images are of a 1965 Ford Econoline. So I guess maybe in this North America it's called the Econoline, and then in Australia the Ford Falcon. Okay. Well, I mean, that looks pretty similar. With the back view. Yeah. Alright. So it seems like, M2 took some liberties by lowering the suspension quite a bit, and I think they put on some bigger wheels, but I'm okay with it. So I guess these types of wagons, or I would call it a van, came with 2 inline 6-cylinder options, one making 100 horsepower, another making 150 horsepower. And then there's all sorts of variations as to how many windows and stuff like panels you would have. So that's all I'm really going to talk about that. Okay, let's look into this thing. So it's got some steel wheels. They're black. They're okay in their details. The tires have some curvature to them, and pleasantly they're not super wide. So I think they look pretty accurate to something from this time frame. Let's see on the bottom, it's metal base, and it's screwed together, so that's nice. If there's ever you want to modify it, maybe a wheel swap might be in order. Did it say 2016? Oh, I see. So this was originally from 2015, this casting. Okay. Yeah, it does roll pretty nice. This paint job is pretty interesting. It's like a matte black, so I kind of like that because you can see the detail of the body. And then it's got this blue printed on top of it. Yeah, I kind of feel like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's not the greatest separation, the blue and black. See, a little black is running off there. But I guess it's alright. A little's missing there. Yeah, let's just say it's not the best effort, but it's, I guess for the price, or acceptable. Alright, well, we got some raised wiper blades. And I was just trying to think if they're separate pieces. No, I think they're part of the casting and just painted silver. You got some Ford Motor Company printing there, some black molding paint, I guess, there. These are separate chromed plastic inserts. Ford printing looks pretty clear. I don't know if it's really horizontal. I feel like it's kind of angled down on this side. Tiny white printing here for what I imagine are the turn signals. And then we have a separate chromed plastic bumper, which is a nice detail. They could have easily just molded it in and painted it silver. Oh boy, is that... I think that might be a casting bubble. I don't know if that's paint rash or it's literally... I don't know, I shouldn't pick at it too much. It might be a bubble in part of the zinc casting. The door handles are actually sticking out and painted silver, and this little key is what key lock as well. The hinges are protruding, that's good. And then the handle here, painted. Yeah, the white wall tires are alright. Okay, so separate rear bumper. It's nice to see the year of the van. Ford Falcon, and then silver paint and red paint on top of it. This side is much nicer than that side, it's a little bit off. And then Ford right here. So the printing is pretty nice. It's all pretty crisp and clear. There's no like letters missing or anything like that. What does this say though? Falcon Club Wagon. Okay. Interesting. Pretty neat. No mirrors, but I don't think they could put them on because the stocks of these mirrors are so thin they would just snap off. So I'm okay without the mirrors. Ooh, so why is there blue there? I'm wondering, maybe was this whole thing painted blue first? Yeah, I think it was. And then the black was added after. Alright, well, let me zoom out here. No, that is zoomed out. So, look at that, that's quite interesting. Alright, so what was throwing me off with the side view is the seats are extremely elevated. Right, so I guess that's pretty accurate. Like, if you had a 64 scale sitting figure, maybe they could actually sit inside this thing and their feet would touch the floor. And then maybe the reason why this thing is elevated because they just took that same piece of plastic and just put it on top of the axle, right? That's definitely got to clear the wheels and the axle, so that's why. I feel like maybe the seat itself is a separate piece. Yeah, see, it's a separate piece and they had pins and they melted them to stick to this bottom piece. So that's why this thing is so elevated. So I have to guess this is not accurate. They just did it because they're using this same thing and putting it there. But, you know, it actually does make sense because then the third row people can actually see out the windshield. You know, some regular cars do that, so... Here's that dashboard detail. Yeah, so that's really nice. Alright. Don't want to bend that plastic too much, it might just snap off. But I'm thinking what I might have to do is I would have to probably clip these. Oh boy, they're so melted. If I remove the seats, I don't know if I'll ever get them back level again. It won't be easy. But if I repaint this, maybe I could just put masking tape here. Yeah, why not? Okay guys, well I did a few mods, you know, I painted the interior of this thing tan. Just to let you know, the dashboard was a separate piece of plastic and managed to come off pretty easily. And then while I was painting, I figured I'd just repaint the wheels silver. And all I did was I took the tires off, I masked off the whole bottom plate. I didn't even remove the wheels, I just took the tires off and masked off the rest. Shot a little silver on them and those are finished. And then I put a little bit of a black paint wash into those front grills there. So I think it's a little better than before. At least you can see some of the interior now. You know, now that it's a lighter tan color. Okay, well anyways, I think it's a pretty cool little model. And also the Hot Wheels is pretty cool for the price. It's nice to know that they're both around 1/64 scale. Hopefully, some people will continue making more vans because I'm a big fan of them. They're such funky little vehicles. So until the next video, guys, I'll be living in a van down by the river.